Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of a Monday reading of the Star Wars book. Today, we are on page 57, and this is actually coming out on a Tuesday, by the way, not a Monday. I had a busy day yesterday and could not get it out. This is actually only the second time, I think, that we're actually filming rather than just going straight to the podcast. So, for those of you who have been listening, welcome. This is me. This is my face. I'm the one who's been reading to you for the past, 40 odd days or so. So we are on page 57, actually 56 and 57. This one is called My Ally is the Force. Again, we are on the Force. We got through technology and science maybe 3 episodes ago. So we're moving right along. I'm excited. This has been good. We're getting into the good stuff here. We're going into Force abilities today. So our holocron file name is the Force. Our notable abilities are Telekinesis, Enhanced Senses, Force Visions, Mind Tricks, Mind Probes, Taming Beast, Force Healing, Force Lightning, Force Choke, Force Psychometry, and Force Bond. There's quite a few. I don't know what psychometry means, but it's got to mean something with connecting to people's psyche or something. Or maybe controlling other people. Who knows? Okay, so Force powers are extraordinary manifestations of a Force user's ability to connect with the mystical energy. Every Force sensitive can wield the Force, and some abilities being more instinctive to them, others requiring more focus and practice, and some being outside their range. The Force also augments a user's natural abilities. Both Jedi and Sith have enhanced speed, stamina, athleticism, and agility, which is further honed through years of training and practice. I just imagine, what if there was just like a really, I don't want to say overweight, but just really unfit Jedi running around? And like, obviously there's the old people, like you're not going to see Palpy going on a 20-mile run in the morning, right? But I always wonder about that. Like, do they just work out or exercise, or is they just running around doing Jedi stuff, their workout? I have no idea. But most Force sensitives can also unconsciously draw upon the Force to predict minor events before they happen. These skills are great boons in combat. Master Yoda is 900 years old, but is still capable of incredible feats during lightsaber duels. Another ability bestowed upon some is Force Visions, where the recipient is offered a glimpse of the past, present, or a possible future. Often convincing and all-consuming, these apparitions are the basis of many ancient Jedi prophecies. However, in recent years, most Jedi distrust such manifestations, doubting their reliability. The Jedi Order condones the use of meditation to increase sensitivity to changes in the Force, but events on an unimaginable scale, such as the destruction of Alderaan, may be felt without focus. Force sensitives, I've actually always wondered that. Like, what does that actually feel like when there's a disturbance in the Force? Like, is it, when you kind of feel like someone's watching you and you turn and you're like, ooh, and you get that creepy feeling? I wonder if it's something like that, or if it's like that feeling in your stomach when something really bad happens, your like stomach drops and oh no. Or like if you send like a risky text to like a girl or something, you're like, oh my gosh. That's always a funny feeling. So Force sensitives can even manipulate the galaxy around them. Telekinesis, the ability to move objects with the Force, is common and can be used offensively in battle to push an opponent or weapon away. Others can telekinetically change their environment, much like when Grandmaster Yoda lifts Luke Skywalker's X-Wing out of a swamp on Dagobah. The Force can also be used to manipulate the atmosphere around a user to create a bubble to protect them and others from harmful environments. Impacting others, Force sensitives can influence other sentient individuals. The Jedi may use mind tricks to manipulate weak-willed individuals to do, say, or forget something, without any pain or discomfort to the individual being tricked. While the Jedi would rarely go beyond this level of manipulation, other Force users, typically aligned to the dark side, have been known to use the Force to coerce others into following them or to even change an individual's memories. Force sensitives may also use mind probes to cruelly invade an individual's mind in order to learn information and discover secrets. The Jedi are willing to influence creatures to a greater degree than sentient beings. Beasts can be temporarily tamed for use as mounts or in battle. Jedi Padawan Ezra Bridger shows a remarkable natural aptitude for this ability, calling upon a pot of Purgil to help him win the Battle of Lothal. That, honestly, if you haven't seen Rebels, is one of the coolest, like, I guess, examples of a Force user being able to communicate with other animals, other creatures, other beings. Something about just everything on Lothal, from the Loath cats to the Loath wolves to when the Purgil come. I mean, there's just a really cool connection to that part of the Force. And I think it's done fantastically. So the Sith use the dark side of the Force to do harm to others, choking anyone that displeases them. The most powerful Sith Lords can unleash barrages of Force lightning that can wreak untold damage at Rey Skywalker, who apparently is not a Sith Lord, but can use that ability. Rarer abilities. Some Force abilities require years of training, a form of instinctual aptitude, or a very strong connection to the Force to access. A small number of Force users, including Rey and Cal Kestis, have the rare ability of psychometry, which allows them to learn about people or events by touching an object associated with them. Ben Solo and Rey are Dyads in the Force. This rare connection has not been seen for generations and means that the pair have a Force bond, allowing them to see and feel what the other is experiencing and even pass objects to one another over great distances through the Force. Those in a Dyad possess another unusual ability. They can use the Force to heal a wounded person or creature, but this act also requires that the healer transfer some of their Force energy, which can temporarily weaken them. After their battle with Darth Sidious, Ben Solo sacrifices his life and all of his Force energy to bring Rey back from the dead. The greatest Jedi can use the Force in powerful ways. Grandmaster Yoda is able to absorb massive amounts of energy, which he can either distribute harmlessly through his body or reflect back to the assailant. Luke Skywalker can project a lifelike image of himself across the galaxy, but the farther and more realistic the projection, the more it can take its toll. Both the light and the dark side have abilities that impact life itself. Certain Sith Lords have the power to manipulate midichlorians in order to prolong or cheat death. Some even claim that Darth Plagueis had the ability to create life itself, thanks to training from the mysterious Force. Thanks to training from the mysterious Force priestesses, some Jedi have the ability to retain their consciousness in the Force after death and interact with the physical world. While Qui-Gon Jinn can only manifest a disembodied voice, Luke Skywalker and Yoda are able to use the Force to interact with the physical galaxy after their death. Oh, man. We're going to probably be seeing a lot more of that in the Kenobi series as he learns how to do that through both Yoda and Qui-Gon's teachings. Definitely in the animated series, if you haven't seen those, again, I encourage you to watch. There's a lot of really deep Star Wars lore on the Force, on the abilities, on all of these other things. You get Yoda has a whole story on how he learns how to do it. There's just a lot there that to me is really interesting. I think if you haven't seen it, highly recommend. There are slower in the beginning. Rebels and Clone Wars are both kind of slow in the first two seasons and then pick up and get real good. And it doesn't mean that the first two seasons are bad, but definitely a lot more lore and story as it moves along. So getting through our little pictures here, we've got shielding others. Using the Force, the Jedi repel a harmful gas and ensure that they protect themselves in Senator Amidala. That looks like it's in Clone Wars. And the ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force. That was Darth Vader. Of course, I terribly said it. Rarer abilities. Oh, no, we read that. Healing wounds. After giving Kylo Ren a grievous wound during a duel on Kef Burr, Rey draws upon her Force energy to heal him. I didn't like that scene too much. Loath Wolves. Here we go. Here's a good piece on Loath Wolves. A select few creatures in the galaxy have Force powers that give them a mythic quality. One such animal is the Loath Wolf, a creature of legend previously known only in ancient cave paintings. While everything organic is connected to the Force, Loath Wolves act with purpose, guarding the light side of the Force on Lothal. These majestic creatures are able to speak basic but rarely opt to do so. Loath Wolves have remarkable Force powers and are able to mystically traverse great distances on their homeworld. Promising Jedi trainee Ezra Bridger is able to form a strong bond with the Loath Wolves who aid him against the Empire. So that was this week's episode of the Star Wars book. Next week, we've got Guardians of Peace and Justice, the Jedi Order. So it's probably going to jump in from hopefully the Old Republic and go all the way to what we have now. I would love to see that in this freaking episode. Lots of good stuff. Thank you guys for joining in today. I know it's a little bit different. We're not doing straight from the pod. We got a little video. Hopefully it's not really boring to see me read. I don't know how it would work. Next time I might try to add some pictures in here and get the actual screenshots of the book and be able to click and add it to the stream. Hopefully that'll be helpful for you guys. You might enjoy it a little bit more, make it a little more user-friendly. If you do have any comments for me, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to give us a follow somewhere else, make sure to follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, here on YouTube, subscribe. All these ways you can communicate with us. If you want to be on the show, by the way, on our Friday podcasts, reach out to us via DM, reach out to us via comment, do whatever you need to do to get to us. We would love to have you. It doesn't matter if you only know one little thing about Star Wars, know nothing about Star Wars, or are an absolute Star Wars fanatic and expert. We would love to have you guys and have a conversation. It's a lot of fun. It's real easy. So just let us know. We are really easy to reach out to and contact, and we would love to have you. So I will see you guys in the next one, and may the Force be with you.